Titans are going to recover the football. Well, there's two sides to every coin. You come on the road, you get the onside kick to start the game. What a boost, but you don't get it. And now your back's against the wall a little bit.
You're exactly right. You nailed it perfectly. And so many ways to go at it when you're on the road. You think to yourself, well, if we start on defense, we blitz them early, try and create a big play. If we start on offense, we throw the big pass downfield. In this case, they said, forget all of that. Let's do it on special teams and try and catch them off guard with an onside kick. Unsuccessfully.
Levis will look to throw on the first play from scrimmage. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Levis looking to throw. Completes this to Colton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover. Touchdown, Titans. So that's about as crazy of a play as you're going to see. He lost the football, got it back, and took it into the end zone.
And it's really tough on the defenders, isn't it? Because when they see it loose football, sometimes you end up kind of shutting it down and you go into fumble recovery mode and you forget about the guy who fumbled it in the first place. That ended up costing him.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Titans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Levis sets up to throw here. That's dumped off to Pollard. Dances by. There he goes, left side. He's on his way. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, 79 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be brought down right there, so nothing after the catch as he's dropped at the 42. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play action. It's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Burrow looking to pass. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. Here we go. This a 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his pass incomplete.
What a terrific example of what coaches call eye discipline and trust. He saw the screen develop and trusted his instincts and made the move and helped swat that one away.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Levis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Levis back to throw. And he is caught. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 48 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll throw it again with Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Levis to throw it. Floated one out there, incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Levis going back to the air. Flush to his right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. He finds his man, Pollard. Touchdown! Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And a big turnover there. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air, and we are underway from Santa Clara. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be tackled. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Breaks a tackle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now Purdy dancing to his left. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. McCaffrey is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Purdy on the move to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Purdy now to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
and it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
Second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Levis. Able to find Dowell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Levis. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here we go, 4th down, Levis. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. First and 10, it's Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Levis now off of play action. And the Niners get there and bring him down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Working from the gun, here's Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Third and short. It's Levis. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down. Back to throw, it's Levis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Levis now on 1st and 10. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Levis to throw once more. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley as the first half is winding down. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Bulldozes past him. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. First and 10. Here's Levis. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 2nd and a couple. Levis looking to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Levis sets up to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's a 2nd and 5. Levis from the gun. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. 3rd and 8. And Levis going to change the play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Levis out of the shotgun now. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tyler Boyd from 4 yards out. And the Titans take a 3-touchdown lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Purdy off the play fake. Steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action, now Purdy. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. Yeah. Kill.
On first down, Levis escapes the sack. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Second down, here's Levis. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Levis back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it is 28-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance at a return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here's Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Purdy from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Traveled Nick Folk has us set for a start, and we are underway here in Nashville. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out, and he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Young wasting no time, right to the air. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Young will set to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now Levis. Dancing to his left. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Young here, you can see, changing the play. 2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And now an audible here into something else. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll try to throw now. Young steps away. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, Panthers. Chuba Hubbard, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Levis to throw it. Swinging this out for Pollard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw here into the hands of Boyd. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Levis. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And Levis going back to the air. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the 1st down on that one?
Spears will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick-6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back to it after the pick-6. Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. It's Young on first down. Young is intercepted for the third time this game. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick-6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Full connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Young going to move him around. They go play action here on first down. Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Young. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Now a second down throw for Young. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line. Young. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Off the play fake, Young rolling to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Tyler Boyd. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Levis now on second down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man. Complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley, 75 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.